So now that you've finished reading the article and you've taken all your good notes and organized them in your graphic organizer, we're gonna have a little class discussion. I've got some questions for us to talk about. Let's give it a shot, yeah? What are the reasons why more people were farmers 100 or 200 years ago than they are today?
To grow their own foods so they could sell it or eat it.
Yeah, I agree, to make their own food. How is that different today?
Usually not many people in the U.S. are farmers.
Well, how are they going to get their food now if it's so different? Where do your parents get your food?
The store.
Yeah, we just buy it at the store now. So, I mean, there are still farmers. There's just fewer farmers.
When you're a Yemen farmer, you only harvest the food that your family needs.
That's right. You only grow it, too. You only grow what your family needs. How do most people use and interact in their relationships with animals differently today than if they were living 200 years ago? How's it different today than 200? Now you really get to use all these good notes that you wrote.
For work.
What else were we using animals for? I want you to look at a few things. Back then, we were breaking horses. We kept the cats outside. The dogs, they were doing all kind of work. What were we using the animals on the farm for?
Meat and skin.
Eggs, meat, milk. And what about the animals that weren't on the farm? What were we hunting them for?
Meat.
Now, I want you to compare that. That was a little bit difficult to think about. How was our relationship with them then? Well, then it was a working relationship and it was a food relationship. Let's look at now. How is that different than now? How are the relationships between animals and humans different nowadays?
The horses are used for relationship, not work, I guess. Riding horses is for entertainment.
Would you write entertainment down at the bottom? I agree. How else is our relationship with our animals different nowadays?
We're using our pets for entertainment.
Now that we've discussed some of the changes and how our relationships are with animals, we're going to do a bit of a fun activity. We are going to create a classified ad. A classified ad. Do you know what a classified ad is?
An ad where it's like on a newspaper or something?
Yes, precisely.
Oh!
All right, so you are going to create a classified ad to find the perfect animal to suit your needs.
Mm-hmm.
Except you're going to have to choose a different time period. So the three different choices for time periods are: you have to imagine you were living 1,000 years ago, you have to imagine you were living 200 years ago, or you have to imagine that you're living today. And you're going to write your ad to find the perfect animal. You have to think about what your needs are in your time period. Think about the things we read. Think about the stimuli, the picture with the animals in the form. Think about the article that you spent so much time taking notes about. You're going to write the ad to the animal you choose, as if it's going to be the one responding to the wanted ad. You can use the internet for ideas or to find pictures in your ad. If you want to draw the ad out on paper, you can. Or you can make it in a Google slide.
Google slide.
What do you think you're going to choose for your time frame? Are you going to do 1,000 years ago, 200 years ago, or nowadays?
I want to do a modern day one.
So what are the kinds of things, when you're advertising for your animal, what are some of the things you're looking for in the perfect animal that you're going to advertise in your classified?
For number one, the visitors.
Do you think you understand what it is you're trying to do now?
To buy a pet animal wanted.
Yep. And you know what kind of things an animal nowadays is supposed to provide to you, right? What kind of things might you be looking for in an animal?
Likes me a lot, just like Luna. Looks like big dog. Is very cute.
What are you going to need your animal for? What's that relationship going to be like?
Relaxation. I really want it to be brown like Luna.
You definitely can put what you want your pet to look like, but I really want you to think about some of the things we read about in the stimuli. What are the kinds of things people nowadays are using their pets for? Because you definitely need to include some of that good information in your advertisement, yes?